For the longest time, the Chinese economy was seen as a bubble that never pops. That changed with the Wuhan virus. In the month of May, we saw Beijing abandoning a GDP target for the first time in decades. That doesn't mean China will stop fudging numbers. It wants to show economic recovery, and it is using this crisis to establish tighter control over private companies. The Communist Party is now invading China's boardrooms. Our next report tells you how.
The Communist Party is everywhere in China. It has complete control over the country, the military, the police, even the media. But when China opened up its economy through reforms, it seemed like the private sector will follow a different path. A path where market forces will dictate the rules, the government will take a backseat. That is about to change. The Communist Party now wants to tighten its grip over the private sector too. Beijing has issued new guidelines. The role of the United Front is being expanded. While the specifics are sketchy, this is a clear move to deeply integrate the Communist Party into China's boardrooms. The United Front is a department in the Communist Party. It is an umbrella organization designed to increase the influence of the Communist Party both inside China and outside. This decision may be new, but the practice is old. China's private sector has been under siege for some time now. Xi Jinping has pushed for something called comprehensive party building in the private sector. This means setting up party cells in private enterprises. The rules have been in place since the early 2000s. By 2016, 68% of China's non-state enterprises had set up party cells. Even foreign firms cannot escape the Communist Party. 70% of foreign companies in China had a party cell by 2016. This has not gone unnoticed. In 2017, a trade group in Germany raised red flags. It said foreign firms may pull out of China over Communist Party pressure. But China has not relented. Now it is making fresh moves to control the private sector. A party cell is China's way of co-opting the private sector. One can expect these cells to now closely work with the United Front. A report by the Chinese state wire service Xinhua said this: strengthening the United Front work with the private sector is an important way to realize the party's leadership over the private economy. Beijing is sending a clear message to all business leaders: the party is supreme. The private sector accounts for 60% of China's economic output. It creates 80% of the jobs in urban China. Already, private companies like Huawei and Tencent are facing bans and business losses due to the Chinese state. Now, with its latest move, the Communist Party is further blurring the line between private and public. Bureau Report, WION World is One.